Hello, good morning students, and welcome back once again to another video for the class 10 Human Eye and Colorful World. In the previous video we studied about the refraction of light through a glass prism, and we compared it with the refraction of light through glass slab as well. We studied that when the light enters in the glass prism, it completely changes its direction when it emerges from the other side. In the glass slab, the emergent ray of light is still in the same direction, just parallel to its original path. It has just shifted from its original path, but in this case, it has completely changed the direction when you use a glass prism. So suppose if it is going in that direction, it refracts, then refracts again, and then goes in the totally different direction. Today we are going to study something different, just like we studied in the 8th standard, that is dispersion of light. We studied in standard 8 that when a ray of light enters water or a certain medium, it disperses into different colors. One of the few examples of the dispersion of light is rainbow, the natural dispersion that is happening after the rainfall all near the waterfalls. Then you can see the dispersion of light, all the different colors getting dispersed. You see all the colors exactly in a certain order, always. We also know the identifier that is Vidyot, okay, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, all these colors. Now how does this happen? So you see everything around us we are able to see because of white light. Okay, the sun sends us the white light. Now a white beam of light contains all the colors, combination of colors. One single white light contains all the colors. One single beam of light, white light contains all the colors. Suppose you are looking at a certain thing, let's say my pen, it is dark red color. So what happens is the light around us falls on this, okay, and on this pen, this particular color is reflected back, okay, because we know that every single surface reflects the ray of light. If it is transparent surface, it passes through and refraction happens, but if it is an opaque surface like this, not just a plain mirror, any surface reflects and bounces back the light. Okay, so on this particular pen, the white light is incident, it reflects back, and this particular color enters my eyes and I am able to see this object. Okay, of which particular color it is. Similarly, whenever you are seeing other objects around you, for example, the green color of the leaves, okay, when the light falls on it, you see that the green color is reflected back and you see that the leaves are of green color. So that particular color is reflected back and you see that particular object of which color it particularly is, okay, because of white light. So any object on which the white light is incident, it reflects back that particular color. It only means that white light is a combination of all colors. White light is a combination of all colors. And when it enters a glass prism, it disperses. Okay? Dispersion happens. Dispersion of light. This phenomena is known as the splitting of light, white light, into its constituent colors is known as dispersion. Okay? The dispersion of white light is the splitting of the white light into its constituent colors. Okay? And all those colors are the primary colors that we know: Vidyot, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Now we will see how this happens. Okay? We take a glass prism, okay, and at an angle we are making a white light incident on it. Okay, so white beam of light is incident on this particular glass prism. Now at this particular point, from this, when the light enters, all the colors of the white light have different wavelength. We studied about wavelength in 9th standard when we talked about sound chapter. Okay, so sounds of different wavelength have different frequencies that we studied. Similarly, same thing is happening over here. The white light has all the colors. When it is moving in atmosphere, that is air around us, there is no change in it. But as soon as it enters a glass prism in a different medium, all the colors of the white light having different wavelengths, they split up. Okay, like this. Okay, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So it splits up in all its constituent colors. The most bottom one is violet and the topmost is the red color. Now why does this happen? It's because the wavelength of the violet color is the smallest. Okay, the wavelength of the violet color is the smallest and the wavelength of the red color is the maximum. Okay, and when it enters from one medium to another medium, this violet color, it is affected the most. It has the maximum frequency because of its minimum wavelength, and that is why it is affected the most. And on the other hand, the red color, which is having the maximum wavelength, it is affected the least because it is having least frequency because of the maximum wavelength. Now you can see all the different colors, and when you place a screen over here on the other side of the prism, when it reflects back like this, you will see that all the different colors are getting split up. This is the phenomena of dispersion of light, similar to what we studied in class 8. Very easy. I hope it is clear to you, students. Violet color is affected the most when the medium changes. Red color is affected the least when the medium changes. Violet color is affected the most because of its very minimum frequency in this color band, and red color is affected the least because it is having maximum wavelength, the largest wavelength compared to the other colors. Okay, and violet color is having the least wavelength, that is maximum frequency. Okay, I hope it is clear to you, students. Very easy. This phenomenon of dispersion of light and this diagram is also quite important as it is asked in the examination for 3 marks. After this, we move on to the next topic. Okay, students, Isaac Newton was the first one to do this dispersion of light using the glass prism. However, he was not satisfied and he tried to disperse the light even more. That means he thought that if one beam of white light is dispersed in these 7 colors, let's try to disperse them even more. So what he did was he used 2 prisms. He used 2 prisms for this different particular dispersion of light. Okay, he used these 2 prisms in different angles. He placed one prism like this and another prism same way over here, and he tried to split them even more by placing them at certain angles. However, he could not get any more colors. He came to conclusion that these are the primary colors of this white light, and therefore all the other different colors that you see around us is a combination of this. Okay, so if you see a particular color, that means it is a mixture of, let's say, violet and green, or violet and indigo, or maybe yellow and red. So all these different combinations that you see are basically the combination of all these colors only. It cannot be split anymore. But he came to one of these experiments in such a way that he placed another prism in the exact opposite of this one, somewhat like this. And when he did that, what happened was, all the colors that were split, they came back to their original white light. Okay? He placed the prism like this, and what happened was, because the red color is having the maximum wavelength, okay, or the largest wavelength, okay, and minimum frequency, it had the refraction the least, and in the same way the others, they were having gradually maximum, you can say, refraction, and they got combined together. And on the other side of this prism, one single beam of white light emerged. What happened was, on the other side of the prism, one single beam of white light emerged. This means that when you see this light, you will see that this particular light and this white light, they both are parallel to each other. That is because when you combine these two together, you will see a parallelogram just like a glass slab. A glass slab is also a parallelogram, and similarly, just like a glass slab, when the emergent ray of light comes out from the other side of the glass slab, you see that it is parallel to the incident ray of light. The same thing is happening over here. This is the incident ray of light, and this is the emergent ray of light. Because this is a parallelogram, and that is why this incident ray and the emergent ray are parallel to each other. I hope it is clear to you, children. Just like how the refraction happened over here, in the same way over here, when it enters another prism, the violet color has the maximum refraction, as you can see, and the red color has the minimum refraction. And all these colors over here, they get combined together, and one single white light emerges from the other side. This is also the explanation that you can see the dispersion only through a prism and not through a glass slab. When you see a glass slab, you see that one single white light, when it comes out from the other side, it comes out as a white light only. It does not disperse. The same thing is happening over here. When you combine these two prisms, it becomes one single parallelogram, and therefore the dispersion happens, but when it comes out from the other side, they get combined together, and therefore no dispersion happens, and one single beam of white light emerges from the other side. I hope it is clear to you, students. This question of the Isaac Newton's experiment is also asked for 3 marks. So you will have to draw this prism and this one as well, and draw the colors and explain that the rays of light disperses, and then when it enters another prism, again they refract and they converge once again, and one single beam of white light emerges from the other side, just like how Isaac Newton did. I hope it is clear to you, students. We will talk about more in the next video. Till then, have a nice day.